Hello, Collective. Happy Monday, December 9th, 2024. So I get the name Anne Corinne from today's letters. So for Monday, December 9th, 2024, I get Anne Corinne, which means gracious maiden for today's date. So I kind of like that. There's a gracious maiden out there in the destiny from the Collective. There's also a counterfeit crematorium. Some kind of counterfeit crematorium. Yeah. I think on paper some of you were already dead. Deuteronomy forbiddance of many ways. Yeah, in the book of Deuteronomy, you can get that from today's letters. There's some forbiddance of many ways, like idolatry, adultery, lying, stealing, cheating. Those were all set out by Moses in Deuteronomy. So that must be important for today's date, Monday, December 9th. And there's some kind of function of the honeycomb, which the honeybees use that honeycomb as a nursery, but it's also for some kind of pantry. You know, they store the honey there too. Some function of the honeycomb from today's date. Yeah, so you, Collective, have this grand trine in fire tonight. There's a grand trine in fire. You've got Mars sitting in Leo. You've got Mercury sitting down in Sagittarius, and then you've got this moon tonight, which is going to be Aries. So it makes this beautiful grand trine in fire. And I feel like this was the walk that you walked through, this fiery walk, that you get this grand trine tonight. Because it was this secret war, okay? It was this secret war that you fought. This maverick heart of yours for tonight, it'll be 9 degrees Aries tonight. And Sun is 18 degrees Sagittarius down here with Mercury. So that's what kind of makes this grand trine tonight. Now, Mercury has 9 degrees Sagittarius, which was Bette Midler's birthday, who from 1979 wrote The Rose. You know, that song, even today's standards, the royalties that song, The Rose, brings in is still about $7,000 a year, just from the royalties off that song, The Rose. Some say love, it is a river that drowns a tender need. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves a soul to bleed. This war, this fire, this grand trine fire war, this was a cold love war. So the rose is happy birthday Bette Midler, who 9 degrees Sagittarius is when she was born. So it was a couple days ago, but that truly was a cold war of love that you walk through these fires. And so this is yours tonight, Collective. This is yours for the triumph of that, for not giving up on that. This wasn't an easy battle. Now, this kite over here is still here with this Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus. This has been here for quite a while, but the ancestors remind you that, hey, I've imprinted with Venus. She's now 3 degrees Sagittarius. I've chosen the right Venus, okay? I have chosen the right Venus. I don't want the doppelganger representing the clan. I want this Venus in the Collective to represent this clan, okay, for this collective purposes. And it's still there tonight. But there's something about this contract that you were in, okay, at this last cycle, that they got away with having you in this contract, unbeknownst to you, okay? You might have been a part of something you had no idea. You had no idea. And that's really what Jupiter wants to talk about tonight is, expand on that. Like, how many contracts do we have out there truly that no one didn't even know they were a part of? Like, is that what we do, is we go around and trick people into these contracts? You know, consumer-wise, how you get tricked into things. And then you see these charges on your statement and you're like, well, what's this from? Well, because you signed up for 30 days free trial or what have you. It's almost like that. They tricked you from the day of your birth to be in you didn't know about. So that's really kind of the theme about these cards tonight. But they need to quit while they're ahead, these ops, because they still have these payments due. Jupiter doesn't want to expand on a contract that you didn't even know you were in, okay? And Saturn is sitting 7th house tonight, which is these unreputable partnerships. Very unreputable partnerships that they used with this unsuspecting contract they expanded on, told people 2 different stories, okay? And I love Gemini. I have a lot of Gemini in my chart, but when I say two-faced, I mean truly, there were 2 versions of events that these people gave. So there's karma for that. And they use this active participant with these thoughts and plans. Yeah. The sun, 18 degrees Sagittarius, is parents keeping a child from exposure. That's the Sabian symbol. Parents keeping a child from exposure. You know, you do that for safety, right? It's usually for safety, to keep them innocent, okay? Well, these people kept you from exposure, period. Yeah, which was completely wrong. You were in some kind of contract, family contract, that you had no idea you were a part of, and you were used the entire time. Yeah. So that's going on. But Mercury, that 9 degrees, that Bette Midler birthday, really has this responsibility to tell society about this. There's some responsibility of Mercury in this payment. Like, I have to alchemize this to let this out in public. This has to be alchemized publicly. Keep it simple. Keep it the rose. Keep it simple. This was a cold love war. Some say love, it is a razor. Yeah. Yeah. That leaves a soul to bleed. Thank you, Bette Midler. Love you. Yeah. So, these secret maneuvers by Mars up here, they were found very unfavorable and very egotistical. These secret maneuvers by Mars in this war, that you took like a maverick, man. You took like a Aries maverick. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna walk it out, man. I have no other choice. Ancestors, please be here for this reading. Thank you for the birds this morning. You know, when it's 20 degrees and you have birds singing to you, and it's socked in middle of winter, you know you're loved. And I came out to have a cigarette this morning, and my God, the birds were singing to me. And I thought, it's 6 in the morning and it's freezing, and they were just singing to me. So I felt like Snow White. And that's how you know that you're connected to your ancestors. Why they would want to come out in the freezing cold to talk to me, I have no idea. But thank you. Thank you so much, ancestors, for talking to me this morning, and for helping me keep the good fight. Highest Ascendant Master Jesus, please be here with your wisdom for the collective in this reading. And Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here. Find me in this space, this cold space, and bring some light to the collective today. Thank you so much. I'm going to show you the card. 713 actually. Okay, so this is what's going on, collective, is you have this destiny wheel, 18 degrees Sagittarius, the sun. There's some kind of inner fervor. Now, Emily Dickinson had that birthday, 18 degrees Sagittarius. Now, she was a poet in 1891, wrote a poem called I'm Nobody, Well, Who Are You? Yeah, I'm nobody, but who are you? I love it. Emily Dickinson, 1891. Now, believe it or not, she's a 6th cousin removed or something generational in Taylor Swift's, bloodline. So does it not make sense that the poet in her writing these songs, Taylor Swift, would make her famous based on the history of an ancestor who knew the inner fervor of being this poet, speaking these truths? I'm nobody, well, who are you? This destiny, because nobody knows who you are, where you are. Now, the Hermit is looking at this for 9th of December, and that's Dalton Trumbo. Okay. In 1938, the House of U.S. Representatives investigated this dude. He was one of the Hollywood playwrights, and they accused him of being a communist. So he had to own these shortcomings of his on December 9th in history. But truly all it was, and that's the Hermit looking into anybody, it was a microcosm of power. This exists anywhere in the world, where even if us, like as a group collective, like 10 or 12 of us got in our cars and started signaling aliens, you know, we would draw attention. We would draw attention from the government to investigate what are these 10 cars doing, signaling these aliens. Okay, that's all it was for Dalton Trumbo in 1938, was that he was some part of some microcosm of power in Hollywood, and they targeted him. Okay, so he had to move to Mexico, actually. But that's all it is. I mean, he could have been communist. He may have not been communist. You know, we may be alien. We may not be alien. But regardless, it attracts attention because it's this little group of power that just has to be looked into, because what exactly are you doing? Okay, that might be the theme of this reading. And we've got this Emperor moon. This is this maverick moon, 9 degrees Aries tonight. Part of that grand trine. I walk the fire. I walk these coals of fire to tell you about this cold love war. And it has the birthday 17th century philosopher Rene Descartes, who said, I think, therefore I am. You had to really protect your thought life, collective, because some of these downloads you were getting were pretty incredible about this group of people who had you in a contract that you didn't know about. Yeah. something to be said about this crossing energy tonight over this destiny that no one, you know, the only one watching this destiny is this Hermit, truly. So we come up here to Mercury, who's, yeah, is quite busy actually, is inundated with evidence, as you can see. Inundated with evidence. Covered, the Magician card is covered with evidence. Now that's that 9 degrees Sagittarius, Bette Midler's birthday. So there's a responsibility of Mercury to keep this simple, this evidence, to alchemize it for the public, and you know, and to realize this is a very tender song. This is the Rose, you know, they use that song at every funeral probably across America. So this is a lot of work for Mercury tonight at 9 degrees Sagittarius. Come over here to Jupiter, 15 degrees Gemini retrograde, who is forced to balance what they wouldn't reveal. Okay, it's got the Chariot card tonight, Jupiter, 15 degrees Gemini, but it's having to balance what was never revealed to you. You were in this contract and you didn't know about it. You just were this unsuspecting player that they poked and prodded. So we're gonna talk about that. And then down here is this Venus, this 3 degrees Aquarius, aloof icon. I mean, a Venus might feel kind of aloof tonight, but a house without curtains has nothing to hide, Venus. That's the Sabian symbol for Venus tonight at 3 degrees Sagittarius. Yeah, it has the birthday of one of the 5 good emperors of Rome. From 117 to 138 AD, Emperor Hadrian had this birthday, 3 degrees Aquarius. He was considered a good emperor because although he restored the pantheon, believed in many gods, okay? He believed in many gods. He tolerated Christians. He tolerated the Jewish, okay? So he was considered a tolerant leader, okay? A religiously tolerant leader at 3 degrees Aquarius. And then Mars has a 6 degrees Leo. He's not really moving because he's transfixed on this heavenly body. Yeah, he's still transfixed by Venus, watching her every move. I still forgot Saturn. I am so sorry. Last night, or the reading before, 13 degrees Pisces, direct, God's design. Now this is Jackie Joyner-Kersey's birthday, the first American long jump gold winner. Yeah, African American to win the American long jump. So Jackie Joyner-Kersey, who is still alive, has this birthday, 13 degrees Pisces. There's something about that and the attributes that you have that Saturn is keeping track of. So hopefully I will not omit Saturn in this reading. Come down here to this clan, 24 degrees Taurus for the Uranus retrograde. And really, there's some anti-American activity that's exposed because whoever was doing this dark magic or what have you, unbeknownst to someone that doesn't even know they're in a contract, that's what's horrible about it. So Uranus wants to talk about this devil card tonight. And then Uranus, or no, this is the Neptune. This is part of the kite. We've got Uranus, Neptune, and this Pluto all in this kite tonight. 27 degrees Pisces direct for Neptune. Sammy Baugh has that birthday. 6-time passing quarterback, all-star for the Washington Redskins, who currently is running a medical marijuana dispensary. Because when you're a star collective, what do? You change with time, right? You change with time. So Neptune wants to talk about that, how you'll have to change with the times. And then Pluto is this 0 degrees Aquarius. Abram Hill, a playwright, an African-American playwright. He wrote the playwright Walk Hard. I feel like you're walking hard, collective. Truly, you're walking hard because it takes just the right amount of rage to be this nonconformist leader that you have turned into. Yeah. Abraham Hill, bless his heart, but he had just the amount of rage in that playwright Walk Hard to become this nonconformist hero, truly. So please be here, Abraham Hill. He passed away in 86, I believe, but be here for this reading. So we have the right amount of rage to be these heroes. Yeah, absolutely. And then up here is the Destiny. Gloria Steinem had this 3 degrees Aries for her birthday, who had years fighting for women's equality. So she's got that 3. She knows all about it. She knows all about this fight, this struggle of, hey, I'm a person too. Just like Emily Dickinson from the Destiny card tonight. I'm a nobody. Well, who are you? Yeah, 18 degrees Sagittarius. So, and then the Wounded Healer, 19 degrees Aries retrograde, exposing this, the secrets they kept. Yeah. Yeah, we're not supposed to pout. 15 on the clock. You, you better not pout. You better not cry. You better not, because I'm telling you why. Something's coming to town. Yeah, I'm supposed to tell you that. You better not pout. You better not cry. There's something coming to your town. And he sees you when you're sleeping. He sees when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sakes. Yeah. Amen. Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, so this is what we got. But some say love, it is a river that drowns a tender need. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. So you walk this Grand Trine, this fire, these rocks, these smoky rocks, right? Nobody thought you'd get through it, but you got through it because you got the Grand Trine tonight. And what it revealed with this huge Cold War. Yeah, Russia has nothing on us from the 80s, that Cold War. No, this is the coldest love war you could have ever published publicly, about what this family would go to, the lengths they would go to secure these resources that you were unbeknownst to you. Yeah, truly unbeknownst to you. So, yeah, something about nepotism. Okay, I had to Google nepo baby. What's a nepo baby? Well, it's somebody who, like, if you're born in the Rockefeller family, you just automatically inherit, like, the Rockefeller Center, you know, because, well, I'm a Rockefeller, so I get to now be manager of the center or this building. I don't think that's how you accept this destiny. You had to fight tooth and nail for this. Yeah. They never told you a thing about who you were or why you would walk into this destiny. So you're not a nepo baby. It would be like, you know, accusing Taylor Swift. Well, you only are good at writing music because Emily Dickinson's your family member. No, the girl worked for that. Okay. So, okay. So ancestors tell me, we got this destiny wheel and we got this hermit. This hermit's watching this destiny. It's the only one that seems to care that you've got this destiny. You've got this call in your life. I don't know what this call, what's this call on a collective's life? Why is it so crucial that this person get discovered, that this person, their story gets heard? Why is this, what is this destiny about? I feel like you've just been this target, this microcosm of power, that's been investigated. Like, you're suspicious. We're going to investigate you. Which, you know, it don't matter if you're in Hollywood or what church cult, whatever, you know, if it becomes too powerful, it gets looked into, right? Because we're just here to balance things out for equality purposes in the United States of America. I get it. But this Dalton Trumbo from today, he went through that. He probably wasn't a communist at all. But the man had to move to Mexico to get any of his playwrights, which won Academy Awards. You know, he'd publish them under a pen name. Brilliant playwright, Dalton Trumbo, for December 9th. And he had to move to get his destiny met, okay? Because they targeted him. And it's a stigma, because once they call you this person or this thing or this, you know, whatever alien that you are, it's like, oh, okay. So now, you know, I got to use my talents around this stigma that you've put on me. That's real fun. Yeah, when it's untrue, you know. There's some kind of work going on this week. I asked the pendulum last night. I says, are we going to get any news this week? It did say yes. So I don't know what that means. You know, there's things coming out, breaking news, YouTube wise as well. But there's something you're going to hear, okay? Regarding why you were in this contract that you didn't even know about. You didn't know about this, you know? You just knew that something's got to give because they're treating me like I'm a criminal, and you had to stand up for yourself. It's like, this is dumb. I haven't done anything wrong. That's what they're telling me. They were trying to implicate you into things that you had no idea of. Yeah. Implicating you into crimes that you had, yeah, you were this Aries heart. You were just this maverick heart, you know. I think, therefore I am. You knew, I think this is not right, you know. And you protected your thought life. You didn't get too, you know, over paranoid about it. You kept it pretty balanced, but I know something's wrong. you know, so I'm going to move accordingly. I think you moved with a lot of wisdom. So, okay, so 3 of Pentacles fell right on this destiny, this hidden destiny. Dalton Trumbo, please be here. So you were targeted as this microcosm of power. He wants me to share Marilyn's chart. I told you I'd do Marilyn's chart, huh? Okay, because, okay, she was, yeah. How am I supposed to tie that in? She wasn't really thought of as a communist. Okay. She created her own microcosm. Marilyn Monroe did. Okay, she had her own microcosm of people that couldn't protect their thought life. Yeah. Beauty is a gift from the spirit, right? But people that can't protect their thought life, destroy it. Okay? It wasn't something to be destroyed. Thank you, Marilyn. I love you. Please be here. This girl, now you can look up different times that she was born. She told me to do this time for her date of birth, which the time does affect the aspects, but I put it for June 1st, 1926, Los Angeles, California. I think she told me to do it in the morning, so I did it in the morning. But her son sat, okay, over here in the 12th house in Gemini, right with her Mercury. So nobody could hear her or see the girl when she was born. Do you see that? 12th house, I'm a secret. Do you see that? But she was born with this beautiful grand trine of water. Beautiful, beautiful grand trine of water. You had Saturn in Scorpio. You had this Uranus up here in Pisces, okay? And Pluto sat in Cancer with her destiny down here, okay? So beautiful, this was her star driving power, was this grand trine. And she had karma to pay, okay? But you couldn't see the girl. You could not see the girl. So she got behind a lens, right? So the light was reflected, and suddenly we met Marilyn Monroe. We met this person, okay? But because of that beauty, and that beauty came from her spirit, from her heart, it wasn't protected though. It was very tender. It was very, very tender, because there were a lot of attacks about how people saw her, the vision, the Neptune, a lot of attacks. Emotionally, she felt that, okay? And it was expanded on constantly, Jupiter, both up there, red lines to this vision of very egotistical people who were short-sighted. Well, you get your money because you look like your dimensions, you know, what, 36, 24, 36, like her measurements. That's what's got you this beauty. You know, it was this very egotistical way that they looked at her, disregarding this gift of the spirit that was inside of her, this huge water feeling, emotion, grand trine, stamped, imprinted on her walk here on earth. Okay, very, very, very tender. Okay, so because of this moon and this Jupiter sitting in an air sign, these were verbal attacks on her constantly. Okay, and of course, you know, air and water squirm, you know, they don't really get each other, okay? Because you got air up there and you got water down there. This hurt her because nobody seemed to see what was inside. She was lucky they saw her at all. 12th house, Gemini sun. So, Dalton, why'd you want me to bring her up? Okay, because of this ownership. Yeah, this group of people that maybe started this career for her, like all people that start a career for you, collective, with this destiny of yours, are going to have some sense of ownership over it. Like, well, we brought you to, you know, the surface, so we get a cut of it, right? That's what Dalton's afraid of, Dalton Trumbo. He had to move to Mexico to publish his playwrights. Now, they won Academy Awards, but he had to do it under a different name. Okay, these were, I think I wrote them down. Yeah, they were very famous playwrights. Yeah. That won Academy Awards. But he couldn't do it here because he compared this attack on him, this "you're a communist," this microcosm of power he was amid, okay? He was targeted for that. And compared it to the Salem witch trials. Truly, that's how he felt. Like, I'm on trial for being a witch. And I don't even know Stalin. Like, it was kind of like that. And there were like there were a lot of people in Hollywood that were targeted as being this group of, you know, we're not quite sure what you're doing kind of thing. So kind of no different than you. You know, innocently, maybe you picked up tarot because you didn't know what was spiritually attacking you. This was a weapon your ops were using to keep it all invisible. Yeah, real honorable war when it's invisible. So you thought, well, I'll have to talk to the spirits to figure it out. I don't know what's attacking me. I have no idea. And then you get targeted as, oh, well, look at them. Yeah, talking to the cards. Yeah, it had nothing to do with that. You had to identify this enemy. This wasn't, things around you weren't correct at all. So, okay, some kind of Three of Pentacles, guys, with this destiny. Some kind of Three of Pentacles falls. You're gonna make something fall. The light on you has, yeah, this is the middle of winter, okay? You can't be a rose. You can't become a rose when the seeds are under the ground frozen right now. That's how you feel. This destiny of yours is under the ground frozen. So it's a seed. That's all it is. Nobody can see it. You can sing about it, but truly, this nobody can see it. Nobody knows what you're talking about. So how do you, you know? Well, you wake up in the morning, you have birds singing to you for one thing, which is pretty amazing. But that's a cold feeling, you know? When you've just got this beautiful grand trine tonight and this fire sign. Look what I did with the success of my spirit. Your spirit did that grand trine in fire. It was all very secret too. Nobody else can see it but you. So Hermit, what do you want to tell us? Owning the shortcomings. Yeah, so don't take it personal if they've targeted you. You're part of this microcosm of power that's quite suspicious. No, honestly, it came up to identify these people that had you in, you didn't know about it. It's okay to be in these unbeknownst contracts. You know, as consumers, that's irritating. Like, I had no idea that I was paying this extra $30 a month. You know, my God, I could have used it for something I really needed. You know, but once they get your debit card or what have you, then you're trapped. And they've been doing it for months, see? And for this family contract, this was years. This was years of abuse that you were in this contract. You didn't know about it. Yeah. It's coming to the sun. Something about this collaboration, it's going to bring it to the light. I don't know why they don't take these people down for this un-American activity. I would suggest that this is very un-American activity, okay, to use witchcraft and black magic to attack somebody. I don't know. I don't do it, but, you know, that's very un-American to me. It's very unfair. It's very unfair. Because in the good old days, in the Westerns, okay, they'd look you in the eye and they'd shoot you. Or they'd look you in the eye and they'd throw the dynamite at your house and you lost your family and then you get shot. You know, Westerns were pretty straightforward if you watch any of them, okay? It's pretty straightforward. Like, I'm your enemy. I'm going to look you in the eye. You know, if you draw faster than me, then I guess I die. But it was very straight. You knew who your enemy was. You knew what the weapons were. This you didn't have this. Nobody came and looked you in the eye. Said, this is what I want. I'm going to throw this stick of dynamite in your house. We're going to blow it up. They didn't have that. That's not right. So, spirits had a problem. That's why you have all this spiritual protection. And a lot of you have Indian ancestral protection because it was exactly what they did to the Indians. They scooped up their land and the Indians couldn't speak English, okay? So who does that? Who does that? It was like they're making fun of you on TV, internet, and you're a Quaker. You don't even have TV or internet. It was so unfair. It was so unfair the way they fought this battle. And then keeping it hidden this whole time. So there's some collaboration. Tell us about this. Tell us about this collaboration. It's almost like you had to do this for your bloodline. Your bloodline only believed that success could come through these borders and safeties, and you've proved them wrong. You're like, if I have to take down the borders and safeties to become successful, I will do it. It's like in their days, the old days, they could get a leg up on who they knew. Yeah, my staircase just fell down. They can't do that anymore because we are judging people by their spiritual energy, energetically. So who cares if you go see the mayor today? You know the mayor is corrupt. You wouldn't want to go see the mayor today because he's corrupt. See? But in their day, in the older days, that's what they would lean on these boards, who they knew. Well, you figured out really, really, wow, this is crazy. I'm in this microcosm witchcraft trial of Salem, okay? That they're staring at me when I know that all these leaders around me, I can't even touch them with a 10-foot pole. Wow, what does that say? That says you're in a scary place. All they do is celebrate. All they do is celebrate when you're going to give up on life. Yeah, but you're this yellow rose of Texas. The yellow rose of Texas is going to make you a star. I'm going to tell you why. The yellow rose, okay, it's just a seed right now because it's wintertime, and the yellow rose is just a seed. It's under the snow. But that was an NBC TV series, a Western series, okay? Yeah. She can make a man a king. This yellow rose of Texas could make a man a king, okay? Yeah. That's what you are. That's how valuable this star is, and that's why the Hermit's watching it really closely, is they realize that this person that they threw away, that they've targeted, unfairly, they've targeted you. You have the resources to make people a royalty. The yellow rose of Texas could make a man a king if he honored that rose, that yellow rose. Yeah. They didn't want to do it. They didn't want to do that. Wow. And here you're going to bloom anyway. You're going to bloom anyway, collective. You're going to be this gorgeous yellow rose in spring with this destiny. And there's nothing they can do about it. But he's using this time, this cold time around you, to watch how people respond to you. Yeah. Yeah. See how many make fun of you. See how many avoid you. When what you're saying is, hey, this could happen to you. I'm just saying, you know. They could put an insurance claim on you, and you could find yourself without a home in about a year and wonder what happened. You know, you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. But it will happen because somebody needs to pay their bills. It'll cause a tower. This star, you've caused this tower with this destiny coming. Wow. Okay, thank you, ancestors. This is heavy. This is really heavy. It's a cold love war. Yeah, that leaves your soul to bleed. Wow. Did you want to expose this kind of love? Like, this is not Norman Rockwell family, okay? This is not Little House on the Prairie family. This is not any love from any family, even the Huxtables, okay? When you were growing up, showed this kind of love. My God. Nobody would tune into that TV series. They would be horrified. But this is what surrounded you your whole life, is this kind of, what can you do for me? And you were 3 years old. What can I do for you? Wow. That's what it was like. Live in this star, being this yellow rose, making people a king around you, making them kings. You didn't know that was in your capacity. You didn't know that's what you did. Yeah, that's what you are, is this yellow rose that makes people very uplifted. Yeah, you uplift these people around you. You don't know how or why, but they get promotions. They get revenue because they use you. You didn't even know that you were in this contract with them to do that. This King of Swords knows about it. I think this might be Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, tell us about this crossing. I think, therefore I am. This Aries moon tonight. This Aries moon, you better not pout. I'm telling you why. Somebody's coming to town. Yeah, tell us about this. Archangel Michael, tell us about this. I think, therefore I am. Yeah, he knows about the theft, 7 of Pentacles. They're trying to steal your hope in this destiny. While you stay independent, they're trying to steal this hope that this will come to pass. When I woke up to, I gotta tell this story. I woke up, I had my earbud in, so I heard a reader come on, and what I heard was what I needed to hear. Okay, I don't know if you watch Sublunar. He's an awesome. He's young. He's a millennium. I don't know. He's got. Whoever talks to him, he's getting great stuff, okay? But he said in this reading, okay, that this is a collapsed timeline that you're in. It's an illusionary timeline that you're currently in, which made sense to me. Snow White talking to the birds in the morning. You know what I mean? It felt very imaginary to wake up this morning, but it had to be. It had to be this for this other reality to come to pass. So your ancestors are doing some really crazy stuff around you, and you're not sure why. Like, I don't really dig it, but but I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that because I don't know how long this will last. I truly don't. But you got to keep your work up. You got to keep this Eight of Pentacles up. Even if you feel Eight of Swords confined, like the resources aren't there to do much else, okay? Because it's deciding this destiny, okay? If you're meeting the angels halfway, which I've suggested that's your responsibility, okay? No matter if this is an imaginary timeline that you're on, take responsibility for it and do the Eight of Pentacles. Put the work in. Yeah. Yeah. That's hard. That's hard. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Archangel Michael. So I want to get up to this evidence of Mercury because, as you can see, the Magician is completely 9 degrees Sagittarius, inundated with evidence. He's got sticky note after sticky note covering up this alchemy. A responsibility to keep this simple. 1979 might be important because that was the year The Rose came out, that song Bette Midler did, okay? These are two different songs. The Yellow Rose of Texas is also a song, but it was by Johnny Lee and Lane Brody from that NBC TV series, The Yellow Rose. She Can Make a Man a King. Yeah, those were two different songs, but something about this rose, and it's the seed that's frozen because you don't see it. But it's this rose that's truly going to bloom into this destiny, which will make it, which means it's being protected, ancestral. Yeah. But they made it sound so simple, right? Like you were just going to walk right into it, and it doesn't feel simple at all. It feels like there's some looming evil over it, and that's not right. Yeah, and part of this is this evidence. I hear the birds out there. Although other men have held her, she belongs to me. Other men may have held you, or women may have held you, but someone is out there saying you belong to me. So they know the love these people showed you, and it doesn't matter to this person it might be this hermit person. Well, let's find out. There's something about, they know the other love that's been in your life. You belong to them. You truly belong to them. And you haven't met this person. That's pretty incredible. That's a pretty strong love. That's a very invisible love, whoever's protecting this for you. Yeah. They've seen the way you've been treated. And yet they're saying, you belong to me. Because I know you'll make me a king or a queen. Depending on if you're masculine or feminine watching this. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about this evidence. Somebody's watching the collective saying, I know the kind of love you've received. I know what you've received. A raw deal. You truly received this raw deal. And you had no choice around it. You had no choice around it. You had no choice around it. Freezing cold. Freezing cold. You're supposed to walk hard right now, collective. Abraham Hill. Abraham Hill, 0 degrees Aquarius. That's when he was born. He was a playwright, African-American playwright. He wrote Walk Hard. Walk Hard. Yeah, it's a good play. It's a good play. Yeah. These don't want to talk. So whoever loves you isn't talking about it. This is somebody who maybe some people see it. Like that there's this strange amount. This person's protecting this person for a strange, but they're not saying any reason why. They're not telling people why they're doing it or nothing. It's being very protected, this person that cares about you, for this to come to pass. Yeah, they know you're this high priestess, this highly intuitive high priest or priestess. And they are going to bring you this 10 of Cups. I think it's this Hermit person. They are the ones handling and alchemizing this evidence up here. This Cold War love evidence. Yeah. Okay, so they're telling me they didn't reveal to you who you're, something about who you belong to. Something about who you belong to. It's like whoever you belong to, they never told you. Yeah. This may have been why they were so detached from you growing up. These people weren't your parents, okay? It was probably a sister raising you. Yeah. And you never could figure it out. Well, why is my, you know, because that wasn't your mother, that was your sister. Yeah. Crazy, huh? Yeah, these secrets they keep. And, you know, you wouldn't have questioned it because, of course, you know, you'd carry some of those features, right? But that's why the love wasn't there. This person was in competition with you. They wanted to squash you. They didn't care about your gifts. You know what I mean? It was a sibling who wanted to show everybody, I'm better. I'm the best sibling here. I have all the high priestess traits. You didn't even know what a high priestess was. You know what I mean? It's like, well, if you could tell me the contract I'm in, that'd be awesome. 4134. Yeah. Why are we in these contracts that we don't know about? So somebody else can make money off your gift. That's what that was. Okay, so this person's watching you. They want to offer you this 10 of Cups, this high priestess. Part of the evidence is going to show that these people that took responsibility for your life, your well-being, they had an ulterior motive. They didn't tell you. Instead, they were magicians. They did nothing but magician you your whole life. Oh, that's a good time being raised by the P.T. Barnum circus. That's what it felt like. Okay, so we got this King of Pentacles coming out. I'm gonna go over to Jupiter with him because Jupiter is forced to balance what wouldn't be revealed to you. Okay, it's like, what are they gonna do? Tie this whole story up with a nice little packaged bow and give it to you all at one time? You know, it'd be cool if it was broke down a little bit for you, you know, but maybe not. Maybe it'll all just come to this, like, we had to do it this way because of so many people involved. This King of Pentacles is somebody involved who's being watched. Okay, he's being watched. What do you want to tell us about this King of Pentacles, Spirit? What do you want to tell us about this King of Pentacles? He was immoral. He was immoral. He pitchforked you. Something about a pitchfork. Yeah. Wow. I think he has a pitchfork for a tail. Okay, yeah, he's the one who threatened your independence all the time. Wouldn't let you, Jupiter, expand at all. Threatened your independence constantly. Yeah. Made it hard for you to have home and security. Made it curses on your money, so you were constantly mismanaging funds. When you don't mismanage funds. You don't mismanage funds. You know? If you have to live on $2 a week, you'll make that work. Seriously. You make it work. You know? You work with what you have. This person put a curse on your money. This hermit knows about it. Okay? They're watching you pretty close. They know what you're surviving on. Okay? You need to manifest, Yahweh keeps me alive, money today arrives. You need to keep saying that. Yahweh keeps me alive. The creator, the source. He keeps me alive. Money today arrives. Resources today arrive. Okay? I am only here for the creator. And for whatever reason he wants this to come out through the collective. Through these people that were, you know, unsuspecting, abused, neglected. And you're like, and the ops this whole time are watching the videos going, oh, you're so abused. That's why I think this is okay to do this to you, because of how you survived it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So you take away their stripes from this war. That's like from Saturn today. Thank you for letting me not forget Saturn. 13 degrees Pisces, Jackie Joyner Kersey, okay? This long jump. Gold, first African-American with this gold on this long jump. That's like saying, oh, well, look at her now. Now she's part of this spiritual group, you know? And this is what they're doing, okay? We have to just, this person doesn't have any gifts of the spirit. Like, we'll take away those gold medals because suddenly they've compromised the word of God. They were baptized in this specific church with this specific roof, and now they're studying their ancestral bloodline. They're tapping into ancestral spirituality. If this person, this Jackie, if that's what she was doing, that's what it would be like, them just taking those gold medals away from her because you've decided to study your bloodline. That's how stupid this is. When a star is a star is a star. Okay, Neptune's going to say the same thing. 27 degrees. Pisces is this Sammy Bow, who was a 6-time leading quarterback for the Washington Redskins, who's now running medical marijuana dispensaries. Okay, because a star shifts with the time. Okay, they're going to be successful in any arena, any way, shape, or how. They just know how to do it. They know how to switch the tune. And this person, you know, may or may not want to study their ancestral spirituality all of a sudden, even though you're compromising where you were baptized, in this house, this roof. Believe me, that person does not discount their first encounter to the Creator God. I'm sure of it. And that's what they're saying about you. Well, we can't call you this Christian or this Catholic or this Baptist because all of a sudden you're studying these other things. No. Do you think any of you forgot that first moment? That very first moment when God spoke to you and where you were and how it happened and the roof you were under, the baptism water you were with? You know what I mean? It's like you will never forget that. It's like they forget that because you can stretch your knowledge to other areas, that you don't forget the source. You don't honor that source of what? Kundalini moment, Nirvana moment, whatever it may be, Buddhist, Shinto. You don't compromise that moment. See? And that's what they want to say, is that these are the false prophets because they're studying these other things. No. They were given a gift, and it was to expand the knowledge from there. Yeah. They don't forget. They don't compromise that first call on your life. It's a very important call. It's a very specific moment. And that's what they want to say, is that, well, you're a joke because you've compromised. You know, you're just this false prophet. No, I don't forget who saved my life and when and how and the roof I happened to be under. I don't forget that, okay? There had to be a reason for it, okay? There's something about this King of Pentacles who wants the Ten of Pentacles. They consider this their legacy. Tell me about this King of Pentacles who is coming unglued at this point. The magic isn't working. They're trying to, yeah, you are highly protected by these flames. That's the fire you walk through to reveal this cold love war. That's tonight, Grand Trine and Fire. You got Mars, Mercury, and the Moon tonight in that Grand Trine Fire. This person walked through fire to prove what kind of love you give, King of Pentacles. And it ain't no good. Because you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. Yeah, they're no good. Yeah. Yeah. Linda Ronstadt, thank you. Yeah, she's saying that. You're no good. No good, man. Because you're the star. All right, Jupiter, thank you. Thank you. So you're supposed to watch out for that person, if you know who that is. Earth sign. Now, this could be a female, too. This is Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Okay? That thinks this Ten of Pentacles is theirs. So I want to go down to Venus, who's this aloof icon tonight with some kind of choice. You have a choice. Okay? And Mars is still transfixed by this imprint. Like, seeing this person through a lens. Not quite sure why it's so harmful to walk away from this person. What's going to happen is you will not be around these lower vibrations because they call you a compromiser. When you know you're honoring the call, the religious call in your life, you know, wherever it lead you. But, you know, there's these futurists in the Bible that look at Revelations, you know. Now, the Antichrist was supposed to come out of what? The Middle East, you know. Well, that hasn't happened, so are we still following Revelations? Or is this journey being transposed? Is it being fixed somehow by the collective people that are truly speaking from their own journey? This is nothing but your own walk, okay? This has nothing to do with places or parts along the way. You know, this has to do with the abuse, this contract that you didn't know you were in, okay? So you've become this aloof icon that they gossip about. Tell me about this aloof icon. Yeah, this yellow rose of Texas, they know that you are the ability for you to turn a man into a king. Yeah. Just this, whoever you get into your life, you change their life for the better. Everything you allow into your energy field gets healed. It gets healed. And that's that love, that grand trine that Marilyn had in her chart, that beautiful, that was completely unprotected by people who could not protect their thought life. And yeah. See, beauty is a gift of the spirit. She had that. But they could not see that tenderness inside of her. They couldn't see that water grand trine inside of her. All they saw was what society told them about. Well, you look 36, 24, 36, so we can treat you like this. That was harsh. That was harsh. When really she just wanted to see people to see that. Yeah, I'm full of love. I'm full of it. She's an angel. Yeah, probably this yellow rose of Texas that everyone wanted to get near, but nobody knew how to treat that person. Nobody knew how to treat that person. Treated them like crap. That's burdened them. This ending has burdened them. Yeah, okay. So there's some kind of King of Cups collective, which would be your Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, that is it's over. They know it's over. This King of Cups does. And it's burdening this person because he's burdened and he's watching you get away. He's trying to stop you from getting away, but he sees it. He's burdened. He sees you trying to get away because he knows that there's a celebration when you get to your destiny. This hidden destiny. I'm a nobody. Well, who are you? Emily Dickinson. 18 degree Sagittarius, was born 18 degree Sagittarius. One of the 6 cousins removed from Taylor Swift's genealogy. Yeah. They had a way with words, did they not? Mm-hmm. It came from her bloodline. Yeah, so this King of Cups doesn't want to see you. But remember, this may just be an illusion, this timeline you're in. This is all just an illusion. Tell me why it had to be like this. Like you being the furthest feeling from where you're going at this point in time in your life. So you remembered what it was like to be who you are. Like angels, you never know when you're entertaining an angel. That's why. So he's putting people in your path. Yeah, some of you might want to pray that you pick up on it, like wherever you go. You know, people were always trying to grab Jesus's robe. You know, they'd climb in trees to get a good sight of Jesus because they knew he could do miracles, see. Well, Jesus, even though these people were crowded around him, he had to feel, he had to discern which ones needed him. Which voice was which one was the one that needed him the most? Which was loudest? The cry, which cry for help was loudest? He had to discern that. With all these people crowded around him, wanting them to perform, hey, you know, raise so-and-so from the dead, you know, perform this exorcism on this person that has demons, and all these things that they knew he could do. But he had to be able to tune in and pick up on that one. And it's always what you least suspect. It's always the person that you least suspect, you know. I don't know why I'm here playing Snow White with, you know, cleaning house for these miners, you know. I don't know. To be honest, I feel like this home was neglected. This is a person that gives to their church every single day. Okay, But nobody walked in this person's home to realize, wow, they could really use some help. I'm amazed at how much I've had to clean and help, because they just leave every day in their car to go serve the church. But nobody's taken the time to actually walk in this person's home and go, wow, they could use some help. Is that not crazy? And that's where God put me, in this imaginary timeline. Hey, go in there and clean that person's house. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it's God. So whatever he's doing or ever how he's using you, there's a reason for it. Because these people that give so much sometimes are disregarded. Like, well, we don't have to care for you because you give all this, so we don't have to worry about you. When if you maybe pulled into their garage, we'd think, oh my God, this person is a hoarder. they need that TV show here to help them out, organize this stuff. Yeah, there's some, you're gonna help people with the very Scorpio part of their journey, and that's giving things of material value away. I think people kept things because they thought they were of value, but some of them don't even work. Like they've hoarded all this stuff. These are your ops. These are the 3D mentality. Like, well, if I just keep it, it might be worth something. No, you're keeping broken things around you, and then you wonder why your future's broken. It's truly about what you've kept around you. You know, if you hold on, if you fight to hold on, then you'll lose your life. It says it in the Bible. But if you let go, you'll obtain life. And these 3D, they don't know how to let go of these things. It absolutely flabbergasts me. Like, why would you hold on to this? I know it's a George Foreman iron grill. I know those are awesome, dude. But look, somebody has stripped the plates. The plates are no good. You can't cook on this. You know, it's that kind of thing. But it's a George Foreman grill. Well, God, yeah, he's awesome, dude. But dude, throw it away. Somebody has stripped the plates. And they don't want to. It's almost like they believe that if they have it in their possession somehow, they're king. Dude, no. I'm sure if you just called George Foreman, he'd send you a new one. But that, I'm telling you, there's something about that. Okay, so thank you, Mars. Yeah, he's holding on to this version of events with this person that's outdated. He had an encounter with this person and didn't realize that they were sincere. So he feels like, well, I can get that back. And you never can get that moment in time back. Like, seriously. If you had been divine masculine, divine feminine, in contact with some of these people, and it was just this brief little moment in time, and then you separated from them, that you never get that back. And that's what he's going off of, is this moment in time where he realized, well, that one encounter with that divine was genuine, and I can get that back. No. You'll be lucky to cross paths with them ever again. I mean, especially with his destiny. I'm nobody, well, who are you? Yeah, God loves using that. He loves using that from Emily Dickinson tonight. I'll show you who's a nobody. He loves that for 18 degrees Sagittarius tonight, the sun and Mercury. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah. Mercury's 9 degrees. But the sun being 18 degrees is, yeah. Okay, so tell me about this. Okay, I have somebody coming in asking me a question. Oh no, they're leaving. Somebody's gonna come towards you and ask you. They're gonna ask you what their destiny is, what they're gonna ask you. Okay, so there's a choice that they don't want to make. What's this choice they don't want to make? About this star. Yeah, they don't want to make this choice for this person to have their new beginning. Some of you, it involves a property. This property is very important to you. This King of Wands knows about this property. I don't know if the anti-American activity took place on this property or not, but I do know that you hold a vibration that's so high you can wipe those vibes out of that house or that property. You will walk the perimeter of that property with your ancestors. You will walk it and you will sing and you will clear out those bad vibrations of this anti-American activity that they did on this property, okay? It might take a couple times. You will enjoy every moment of it with your ancestors. Yeah. The Native American ones especially. You'll probably have drums and the whole thing out there because you're a star. Yeah, we're going to show you a cleaning ritual, healing ritual. They were all shamans. Shamans that are helping you put these people in judgment. Like you use that person's property to do witchcraft? Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, some of you, it's a big walk. This property, it's a lot of land. It's a lot of land. Okay? And God ain't making any more land. So I would think, collective, if you are left this land, that you even if you travel or you go and you have careers other place, that you put the honor on that land for the bloodline. For the bloodline. That's the Ace of Swords. I just saw that. Okay. So yeah, Jackie Joyner Kersey, we're not going to take your gold medals away if you're studying your ancestral bloodline, spiritual, what they did spiritually. Are you kidding me? Well, you were baptized in a Baptist church. You're compromising your... No! You are 3D thinking. That you can't transcend that. This person will never forget that moment when Christ called them. That you never forget that. Kundalini, Nirvana, whatever moment, you never forget that. And yet they want to strip this away from you. Like, well, look what you've compromised, religiously speaking. Are you kidding me? Look what doors you've opened up, religiously speaking. Okay, Neptune, help us out. 27 degrees. Yeah, this red skin quarterback, Sammy Ba, has this 27 degrees Pisces birthday. He's now running medical marijuana dispensaries because he saw the need for change. Yeah, he saw a demand for people to get over pain. Okay, yeah. Knew it came from a plant. Knew that marijuana came from a plant. If you are using things from the earth, okay, then you're avoiding this pharmaceutical trip of like you are constantly in debt and at the doctor's office filling scripts for these pharmaceuticals because your body becomes chemically dependent upon them. But if you're growing your own plant, you know, yeah, ancestors are going to try and get me a kratom plant. Yeah, they're going to buy me a kratom plant. Thank you. Yeah, I take kratom. It's from the tobacco store, but it helps with, it helps you relax. Okay, it helps with nerve damage. I feel like whatever poisons they put in me cause a lot of nerve damage. Like sometimes where I'll feel like my arms are almost like on fire. Like, you know, I just want to like, I don't know what it is. But it stripped the nerves to just be like how they really are, healed. You know what I mean? They're like on fire. You know, and I'm working on that because I don't think I'm going to need kratom for much longer. But that's what I used, was something from a plant. And that's the Sami Bao tonight. Like, dude, yeah, let's have our own plants. Let's be our own stars. Let's not depend on what they're feeding you, brainwashing you with. Yeah. More and more people are, you know, you're not seen as nonconformist. It's just enough rage, like, to take control of your own health. Like, seriously, that you're a hero. It's just enough rage inside of you to go, I don't want to spend the whole day waiting at a doctor's office for some script. And then have police investigators watching me to see if I sell the script as soon as I pick it up. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, I don't want to be a part of that. Are you kidding me? So it's that rage of realizing this is what they've put you in, is this maze of let's see how they do and what they do and how they do it. And these choices they make and if they're right and if they're wrong. Well, I'll tell you how to eliminate all of it, and that's just rely on the good old earth. Yeah. Coffee, tobacco, I don't know. The Indians' resources. Yeah, my Indian, please be here for today. This is a King of Cups coming out for this Neptune energy, who's under this illusion. This King of Cups. Tell us about this illusion that wants to know if you can heal him. This person can't breathe right now. This person is underwater. This person cannot breathe. This King of Cups. It feels like they can't breathe. It's not like a heart palpitation. No. It's like they literally are gasping for air. They feel like of this fish that's come out of the water and is gasping for air. Because he sees you leaving on this new, this new journey. This is Six of Wands. So celebrating this new beginning, I guess. He sees this. And this makes this person unable to breathe. It's because they didn't support you. This person didn't support you. And it looks bad on them. They're in the sun for how they treated you. This King of Cups. What did this King of Cups do to collective? What did this King of Cups do? Yeah, tell us what this King of Cups did. Stayed in this microcosm of power because they believed it was stronger than you. And yet your independence proved otherwise. Yeah, this person believed in that microcosm of power, this group of people. Because just like his ancestors, you know, it was about who you knew. And you maybe didn't know anybody. So they're like, well, why would I help that person? You know? Yeah. He was supposed to bring you some helpful advice. Page of Swords. He was supposed to bring you some helpful advice, but instead he was used as a spy. He instead spied on you. Yeah, he could have told you some helpful things, and he didn't. He chose not to, because he wanted to cut of this inheritance or whatever this was. Yeah, and he sees that you're going to have this 10 of Cups now. And that's what makes him, he can't breathe. He's like, what? That person deserves it? Well, that person was supposed to go to hell. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. You have no idea. Yeah, the angels are going to tell you that. Temperance. You really thought that Earth Angel was going to end up... Yeah, no. Like I say, I really don't know what Satan's doing right now, but he ain't bothering me. Yeah, I think your vibration kind of kicks him out of your radar. Truly. Okay, so remember, it's this contract up here with Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus in the chart. Something about this contract that you were unaware of. Okay, the Egyptians have already imprinted with the correct Venus, and they will fill you in on any contract you are in from here on out. You will not be an unbeknownst player on somebody's chessboard. You had no idea that they controlled this contract this whole time. That wasn't God's design for you to be somebody's pawn. So what do you want to tell us? Abraham Hill, please be here for this reading. Playwright, walk hard. This transformation of the right amount of rage. You have the right amount of rage to become a hero in this. You know, believe me, you have to get a little upset at this to speak out. Pluto is telling you that there's plans being made for you. Queen of Wands. There's a Queen of Wands with a gift, and there's plans being made for this gift, for this destiny under here. 18 degrees Sagittarius. Center of the reading, this inner fervor comes from a poet, Emily Dickinson. I'm a nobody. Well, who are you? Because I have a gift, and people are planning around it. People are planning around it. Thank you, Pluto. I love you. So scorpionic. Yeah, I sent my son a text yesterday, and I used an emoji, and he's like, what emoji is that? Because it was this little red bird that I had found, and I go, well, that's the Phoenix Rising, son. that's what it is. Yeah, you are the Phoenix Rising collective that drowns a tender need. Some say love. It is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Yeah, they left your soul to just bleed, and it's going to get scooped up. Be in this destiny. Guaranteed. Okay, so let me finish up with the 3 degrees. Gloria Steinman. Yeah, and you may be a wounded healer tonight. It's still retrograde. It's still 19 degrees. But you better not pout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Somebody's coming to town. That's what the wounded healer wants to tell you. 19 degrees Aries tonight, retrograde. But this Gloria Steinman spent her whole life. She's still alive, too. Spent her whole life just for equality. And there was some series, I think, either on Hulu or Netflix about, you know, she was an amazing person. Spoke out for women to have equality, to have equal power. Spent her whole life doing that, fighting for equality. That she has that 3 degrees Aries. That's her birthday. She knew all about that fight. That was not a comfortable fight for her. Yeah. So is this ever going to get comfortable for collective, this new journey? Not while you're in this collapsed timeline. This is awesome. Yeah, this was all for illusionary purposes. So just enjoy when the birds come out at like 5 in the morning and they're singing to you. Can you not believe that? What bird at 20 degrees weather would come out to sing? But to me, I was like, thank you. It was like an honor. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, you can expect good things, Collective. Expect them. You better not pout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. I love you. Happy Monday.